Hey guys, this is Mary Ann, and it's already September 5, but I wasn't able to film a flip through of my August planner pages right away because August is really very busy, and August is like that. So, but I have time now, and I'm going to show you the pages, and I have already archived the pages on here. This is the volume for the archives for July and August 2014, and I've already shown you the archives, the pages for July, and you've already seen all of my archives. And so here are the August pages. Here's my color key, and then you have like this one. Now for August 1, it was a continuation of the team building activity that we had out of town. So if you look at my July flip through, it looks like this. It's brown because we stayed there like 2 days. And I was with office mates and we were doing office stuff. And this one is I was with office mates but we were all asleep. So that's what it means. And then we got back on a Saturday, and at around we arrived in the office at 11:30 or thereabouts. So this is the rest of the pages that I'm going to just flip through. You all know how this goes. I haven't been drinking water enough. This is so bad. Now on August 8, we watched this really wonderful musical. It's called Rack of Ages. It's a play about a certain community who lives in a squalid area, and it is always flooded because in a nearby area, a high-rise condominium was being constructed, and that is causing all of the rainwater and drainage to flow into that squalid community, and they were having trouble keeping up their cottage industry of making shoes. And it was really funny, and it was a musical, and all of the songs there were the songs of a band from the Philippines called Aegis. So it's called Rack of Ages. It's supposed to be a play on Rock of the Ages, but they turned it into Rack of Ages. So it was a really long play, but it was so funny, and I attended it with friends, and it was actually a gift from my first cousin, Jonathan. My birthday is in August 16, but he knew that I really wanted to watch that musical, so he bought the ticket for me, and I went with friends of his that were also going. Jonathan himself did not come because he already watched it like a couple of times before, because that's just how good it was. You cannot just watch it once, you would want to watch it twice or more. So that's August 8. Saturday was not a rest day. See, I was so busy, but I was able to swim for an hour and a half at least. That was there. On Monday, I had to cram for a final paper for a course that I had to complete, and this course was over since April. So it was a late paper, and August 11 was the deadliest deadline, so I spent like 5 hours finishing up. And it was a toxic Monday, but a few things had to be rescheduled, but that's okay because they were personal tasks, not the work tasks. Most of the work tasks got done. Wednesday was better for my water intake, and it was a slow day in the office, but I had a lot of personal tasks. And Thursday, I was in the University of the Philippines for enrollment. This red is for university for enrollment. And then I was on birthday leave on the 15th. and August 16 was my birthday, but I spent it in the hospital, not for anything bad, but for routine checkups, which was the only time I was available, and which was the only time that all of the doctors were available. Because on the 15th, not all of them were available, and I had to go back on the 16th anyway, so I decided to just see them all on the 16th. And on Sunday, okay, Sunday, I actually took care of a lot of Etsy matters. And then on last Monday, I visited my sister. Now, this is a holiday, but I went to the hospital for an ultrasound of my legs because the doctor wanted to see what the extent of my varicose veins were, so she can treat me according to the gravity of the varicosity of the legs. So that took a while, but at least I was lying down, so it's okay. I was able to take 40 winks. Now, this is a calendar for a project that I'm managing that I just wrote down here before I encoded it into my computer for a matrix that I can email to everyone else that was on the project. But it's on here. Now, starting on the 23rd of August, Chandler was here. My son was here, so I was with him. We were at the house of my brother. And then my son and I got to my apartment at 11:30, and then I was home with him the whole day, and we were sleeping and spending time together, watching movies, stuff like that. And then at about 8, he decided that he wanted to spend some time with his cousins, so my dad picked him up and they all went. And Monday is another holiday, but I was in the office for, I think I cleaned up my mess here because I have a large cubicle, but it's very messy, and sometimes it comes to the point in which I can no longer find things in here because everything is just on top of each other. And on Tuesday, I had a class, but it was canceled. But since I was already off work anyway, I just stayed on there. Now, on the 29th of August, I found out on that day that I was a finalist for the National Book Awards for my book, Married Women. It's a collection of short stories in English, and it was published by the Ateneo de Naga University Press this year, and no, actually last year, but it was published last year, and they printed a few copies, and then they printed out more copies this year, and we launched it this year, but it was published last year. And then for this year's National Book Awards, it's to cover all those titles published in 2013. So my book was qualified, and then it was judged as one of the finalists for the category Cirilo F. Bautista Prize for Short Story Collection in English. So this was the day in which I found that out. So of course I had to mark that because it's an honor just being a finalist. It's so hard to get into that list because there are so many good short story writers in the Philippines. And then Saturday I was sick. I made a post on Facebook about this. I did not leave my bed starting Friday night, and then Sunday I journaled, and then I only left my bed on the Monday following this, which is September 1, which is in another diary. So that's it. That's that's my I read and watched, and I moved everything to another day. I moved everything because I was sick and I just wanted to rest. Oh, I remember, it was on this weekend in which I brought my typewriter to bed, and then I did typewritten entries in my journal, and that's, see, a journal on my typewriter. That's what I did, and I showed the photo to you guys. So that's it. That was August, and it's kind of long for a flip through. Sorry about that, but I hope you were able to get some ideas from this video, and now I can finally keep this in my drawer together with the rest of my archives until the need arises for me to go through them again because I'm tracing back something. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.